Hi Gemini, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your March 2018 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising signs. So Gemini, for this reading I'm using the Universal Tarot deck along with the Secret Language of Animals Oracle cards, and then I also will be pulling you an additional Romance Angel Oracle card as well. All right, Gemini, so at the bottom of the deck, I do have the Six of Pentacles, and this is what I'm using as the overall energy for you guys for the month of March. Six of Pentacles, very generous energy. It represents giving or receiving. So some of you could be very generous, friends, family, anybody around you who needs your support here in March. But also for those of you that needed some sort of help or some sort of support, could be financial in nature, but it doesn't have to be. That could be coming through for you here. Sixes overall, sixes represent balance and harmony. So for many of you, it's definitely going to be maybe a little bit of a lighter month. You might feel like things are balancing out for you. Some of you that will be financially, but not for all of you. Right at the center, and this is energy that you're dealing with right at the start of the month, I have the Page of Cups crossed by the Six of Swords. So we have another six here, so that's actually really good. You have a couple of sixes here in the spread. You actually have 3 sevens here in the spread. So the number 7 could be significant for some of you guys. 6 could be significant for some of you guys. With the Page of Cups and then the Six of Swords, some of you could be hearing something. With the Six of Pentacles here, you could be receiving some sort of maybe important news here right at the start of the month. And with it being the Page of Cups, you know, it's something that's exciting, something that, you know, is going to make you very happy, something that you love hearing here. Now, for a few of you, it could be romantic in nature, but it doesn't have to be. This could be like flirty messages that are coming through for some of you. With the Six of Swords, travel could be significant. So if it is flirty, you know, it could be that some of you are going to be traveling, maybe to see someone, or someone could be traveling to see you. And then for other Geminis, you know, what it is that you're hearing perhaps might allow for something to move forward in your life. Now, that could be you physically traveling or just you mentally gearing up to move forward. So, you know, maybe you're just mentally preparing here with this energy. It doesn't necessarily represent things actually happening here right at the start of the month, but this might allow just for the energy to shift and change and things start to happen here. Like I mentioned, you gearing up to move forward in some way, make some sort of change. Now, at your foundation, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles for me, obviously, it represents financial abundance, living comfortably, having that, you know, financial freedom, security, definitely. But it's also a very independent energy. So some of you that I'm reading for today, definitely, you know, you could be a business owner. If not a business owner, just maybe a very hard worker. You've worked very hard. Maybe you're just a very accomplished person. And you're in a good place, and so maybe some of you are hearing something. It could be about, if it's not love, it could be definitely financial in nature, but it's something that's going to make you happy here. And then in the more recent past, I do have the Queen of Wands. So maybe there was a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries person that was significant here in the recent past. You know, she might have something to do with it. Maybe, you know, she's the person that you're receiving this message from for some of you. If not, it could have been your energy here. I see the Queen of Wands as a very fiery, passionate, creative person. You know, she's a go-getter. She's a manifester. You know, she's one that can make things happen. So for some of you, it certainly could be your energy here, especially if you're a Gemini woman. And then crowning you, I have the Seven of Pentacles. So I think that some of you are hearing something about this you know, what it is you're trying to move towards, or what it is that you're trying to manifest here. With the Seven of Pentacles, you've worked very hard though. This is you planting seeds. You've worked very, very hard, but you have to be patient. You have to wait for those seeds to sprout. Also with the Seven of Pentacles in this position, this can be you kind of looking at everything, looking at, you know, the time and energy and effort that you've put into something and looking at where you are with it. So some of you could certainly be like reevaluating a situation, asking yourself, do I want to, you know, put any more energy into this? And then around the second week in the near future, I do have the Seven of Cups. So you have a couple of sevens back to back here. Maybe some of you have been investing in something for 7 weeks, 7 months. With the Seven of Cups though, energetically speaking, it can be a little bit of like a confusing sort of energy. It's obviously an emotional energy. So there might be the need for some of you to ground yourself here around the second week. But then it also represents options. So if you are a Gemini that is asking yourself, you know, do you want to invest any more in this? You know, what have I seen so far as making progress? You know, some of you might be looking at some other options here as far as, you know, maybe getting this thing moving, or, you know, something happening a little bit quicker here. You do have options on the table. So some of you could be looking at some of those options. And with this Page of Cups here, you know, this could be a message in regards to this. You know, maybe some of you are hearing something at the start of the month, and now you have more options on the table. Because in the position of your power, I have the World. So the World represents you successfully completing a chapter of your life. And with the World, for me, they represent long chapters. So again, you've successfully completed a chapter for many of you. So you're in this process. It's a very blessed energy. You're in this process of kind of finishing up here one chapter of your life and moving into the next chapter. And I always say with the World, you know, patience is required. It doesn't happen overnight, but you are in this process. Now, for a few of you, because we also have the Six of Swords here, travel could be in the cards. You know, maybe that next chapter of your life that you're beginning, you know, it might start with you maybe moving to another country, moving, you know, a great distance away. So travel could be in the cards. In the position of how those around you are viewing you, and that can be those closest to you, we do have the Empress. So I'm definitely reading for some Gemini females today, that's for sure. With the Nine of Pentacles here at the foundation, with the Empress here in this position, who is a beautiful woman. Both of these women, I sometimes view the Nine of Pentacles as a woman, are successful. They definitely can be business owners, but they're successful. They've worked very hard, and that's why they have this abundant lifestyle to show for themselves. So for some of you, that's how you're being viewed, as a very successful woman, a creative person. If you're not a female, you're just maybe working with this energy. She's a very creative person, and she also can represent you giving birth to something in your life that is going to be incredibly rewarding for you, not just financially. For some of you, definitely financially, but not just financially. It will be rewarding in many ways. So with the World and the Empress, you are manifesting. You are starting something new here. For some of you, you're like starting the next chapter of your life here, and you have maybe some important decisions to make here around the second week in regards to that. And I can definitely see that, you know, this is what's on your mind. This is what you're thinking about here. You know, what your next move is going to be, or how you're going to approach something. Now, what's interesting is in the hopes and fears position, I have the Seven of Swords. So another seven, but it's the Seven of Swords. So definitely could be a fear for many of you, fearing someone trying to cheat you or get away with something, someone lying to you. But it's just a fear. fearing the worst, definitely, for some of you. Now, the more positive side of the Seven of Swords, it can be a risky energy. It is also a very independent energy. You taking action, you moving forward with something all by yourself. So because we have this other independent here, energy here at your foundation, some of you, this could be a hope, you know, you wanting to manifest something by yourself, wanting to take some sort of risk, perhaps. But energy that you're leaving the month of March with and going into April, we do have the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands represents perseverance. So some of you are not giving up on something. You're hanging in there. You're not going to quit. You're persevering. And with, you know, with the Nine of Wands, this person has a lot of inner strength, a lot of courage. They're pushing on, they're pushing forward, they're not giving up. So some of you, again, you're in this process, you're starting maybe the next chapter of your life, you're starting something new, and maybe it hasn't fully come to fruition here by the end of the month, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen maybe right at the start of April or in April at some time. So don't give up here, which with the Nine of Wands, you're definitely not. But let's do some clarifying here. Let's see. I'm just curious. We will take a look at Gemini, we will take a look at this Seven of Swords and then the Nine of Wands. So first, let's clarify the Seven of Swords, which is in the hopes and fears position. We will take a look at the Seven of Swords for Gemini. And then I also want to just clarify the Nine of Wands, energy that you're leaving the month of March with. Looking at the Nine of Wands for Gemini. Interesting. Okay. So first, looking at the Seven of Swords, just, you know, out of curiosity, we have the Nine of Swords, the Hermit, and then the Three of Rods. So we do have some mental energy here, Gemini. So try not to overthink things. The Nine of Swords can be really stressing, really overly worrying. It can even be obsessing, overly worrying about something so much so that it's keeping you up at night. So with the Hermit, he's someone I see as someone who's seeking that clarity, those answers, that enlightenment. And so with the Three of Rods, it also speaks about hard work. Your ships are coming in. You just need to keep working hard, though. But some of you, that's what I feel like you've been working towards. You've been working very hard on something. And so you're seeking answers. You're waiting for your ships to come in. Don't stress about it too much. Also, some of you could be fearing the worst here, or fearing that maybe, you know, someone is going to cheat you or do you wrong in some way. But it's just a fear. And then looking at the Nine of Wands, I have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and then the Six of Pentacles. And we do have the Six of Pentacles as the overall energy here as well. So Two of Swords can be, for me, it's a card of non-action. It can also speak about procrastination, needing to make a decision, but unable to, feeling stuck or feeling torn, being at a standstill here. With the Ten of Pentacles, it could have something to do with family. Family matters, business matters, property matters, money matters. Six of Pentacles, I think that some of you are maybe waiting on that assistance, waiting on something to come through that's going to benefit the family here. And then for other Geminis, you know, you might need to make an important decision here. You know, perhaps once you make a decision, it might help free up some of the energy if you are a Gemini that's feeling a little stuck here. But let's pull you an additional guidance card. This is the Secret Language of Animals Oracle cards. It's a beautiful deck. If you like animals, you might love this deck. All right, what else does Gemini need to know for March? Additional guidance for Gemini for the month of March. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. All right, I actually pulled you 2. Okay, and then I'm also going to pull you an additional Romance Angel Oracle card, Gemini. But over on Vimeo, I do have the March Love Tarot Forecast posted. I do have that link below. What else does Gemini need to know focusing on love and relationship matters for the month of March? And if some of you do need to make a decision and it's something you're stressing over, maybe speaking to someone that you trust. It could be a father, it could be a grandfather, it could be a mentor. Maybe some of you, that could be something that helps you, is maybe talking to someone. Okay, here. So let's see. All right, we actually have Giant Panda, Innocence, Gentleness, Harmony, and Balance, which you have the 2 6s here. Now you actually have 3 because we have the 6 of Pentacles twice. And so I mentioned that, yes, even though some of you could still be stressing about something or worried about something, overall the 6s here are speaking about balance and harmony. So it's not going to be a bad month. And some of you with gentleness here, I feel like you need to be gentle on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. Don't blame yourself for anything. And then we also have Tree Frog, Soul Song, Meditation, Creation, and Rebirth. And so I was just speaking about getting some advice, but with the Hermit here, also going within, meditating, at any point in time, where you're feeling a little confused or, experiencing this energy, which can be a not grounded energy, that's for sure. Meditate, go outside, sit in the grass. But again, you are going through this process, definitely. You are going to be starting the next chapter here. And then looking at the Romance Angel deck, we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So some of you, you could be getting into a relationship. If you're dating someone and you're questioning your feelings for that person, you definitely have real feelings here, worth exploring. But also for me with this card, if you are partnered and you are questioning how you feel about someone, or if maybe the relationship went through like some sort of, turbulence or something like that, expressing yourself, expressing your feelings, that's significant. Yeah, just saying how you feel, being open here in March with your partner, that could be something that, benefits you definitely. Meditate if you can, and be gentle on yourself here, especially around the second week. If you guys are feeling, a little emotional here or confused with this energy, definitely take some alone time, or if you feel the need to get some advice from someone that you trust. Okay, Gemini, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to me here on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading with me, please check out northeasttarot.com. I want to wish you all a wonderful month. Take care.